Alright, before we get this episode started, after you watch this, if you enjoy it, please remember to subscribe, like, comment, and share. I really appreciate you taking the time to watch this video and my channel. A big thank you to you for that. Now, here's this week's episode. Now, Sandy and I headed up north on March 12th, 2024 for an early spring scouting and trail cam setup trip. Now, we arrived to find absolutely no snow cover anywhere. We found the lake ice already melting and receding from the shoreline, and lake water levels were down at least 1.5 feet from its normal levels. And if you watched this season's intro in episode 1, you know that at this time, we were yet to know just what a topsy-turvy season this was going to be. Hi everybody, and welcome to Season 7 of Rapant Outdoors 360. It's middle of March. We came up for 3 days, do a cabin check, and I want to get out in the woods and get some trail cams set up to start gathering some data for my upcoming turkey hunt in early May, and check on the deer. It's been a mild winter. I'm assuming they did well, but on the other hand, so did the predators. So we'll see. We'll take stock of wildlife in the area through trail cam pictures. Again, from talking to the neighbors, he said that they almost set a record this year. It was in the top 3 for the lowest ever snowfall accumulation during winter. And he told me a major telltale sign: the snowmobile trails were never open all winter long due to the lack of good snow cover. So businesses up here were hurting. I'm sure they're looking forward to the summer and make some money. But anyways, yeah, it's been a very, very mild winter here in northern Wisconsin. It's amazing. I was driving by the launch here on the north side of our lake, and this barricade caught my eye. Normally they got the barricade set up there so nobody horses around with the piers, but they actually put the barricade here, and I can see why. We had some major ice movement, pushed up all of these concrete blocks for our launching ramp. Looks like they did a number here on the blacktop too. That ice coming in, pushing it all up. You can see right there, remnants of it. Must have had some pretty strong winds. Yeah, it looks like we are not launching any boats till this thing gets repaired. So, let's get out in the woods. Here we go. I can't be 50 yards down the trail. And my first sign, it's old, but I'm looking at it. First I'm thinking dog, but I'm seeing a little grainy stuff in here. Yeah, no, that's not dog. This is a coyote or wolf. But the fact that it's got some vegetation and stuff in here, I mean, dogs sometimes, if they're sick, will chew on it, but the grainy stuff looks a little hairy and stuck together. So I'm guessing coyote. So yeah, we just walked in. I just want to document this. This is one of the reasons I walk in, because you're scouting. You drive in, you're going to miss stuff like I just saw that coyote scat. And you can see they do drive in here. So you're going to miss the little subtle things. So if you want to know what's going on in an area, walk in. Don't road scout. Road scouting is good for just a general overview. But if you're going to hunt that area, get out and put boots on the ground. You're going to get a better picture of what's going on. With the warm weather, I'm just crossing my fingers that there's no bears or mama bears and cubs waking up a little early here in mid-March and starting to move around with the lack of snow cover and the warm weather. So, but we're packing. I've got my 45, and this is one area I wanted to look at for turkey hunting. Check out the feasibility of putting a camera out here and seeing if there's any birds moving. And down the way, just as we make the turn, I discovered a bedding area last fall. So I also want to check there to see if that bedding area was still being used, and I'll get a trail cam up over there
So we're going to walk in here and just do a little scouting. I'll leave this just off the trail, and let's go see what we can see.
Now here is an aerial view of the 255 acres of public land that I'm on. Next is the location of the bedding area I was just talking about. And this view shows the area that I'm currently scouting.
Like I said, I haven't been in here before. This is a lot of briar patches in here. And the other thing that was a little disappointed is we don't have snow cover. I figured I'd be able to get out here and see some clear trails, deer trails and that. I'm going to shut the camera off. We'll walk around. We find some stuff. I'll definitely put it on camera. Here I just picked up a deer trail right here. And I spotted some pellets. If you can see them, there they are. There's some deer pellets right in the trail. So we're going to track this way a little bit. And then this trail, I'm not quite sure where it leads to. I can see it through here. I'm guessing it's veering off that way. And this may be a trail going back to that bedding site. But let's follow this trail a little further up. See, oh, here's another trail coming through here. Right through here. Can you see that trail? So we've got two trails, one here, converging right on this spot. Now this area looks like a nice, soft, mossy bedding area. This could be a nice bedding site. So I'm gonna look for signs of some deer beds in here, possibly. Ah, look what I see right here. Check this out. This is all, yeah, it sticks out more than the normal grass from snow cover, but we haven't had a lot of snow cover this year. But this is a big circular area right here. Okay. And a lot of times if it is a bedding area, you're going to find pellets, but I don't see any in here. So, might not be. Now this right next to it has the resemblance, it's hard to see here with the shadow, let me go this way, but right here this has the resemblance of a deer with hoofs prying into the ground, you know, drawing back here. So let's follow this trail a little further. Alright, stick with us. Now, I know that's a pine cone, but that is not a pine cone. We've got some more coyote scat, looks like, along this trail. Oh yes, check this out, check this out. Got a nice open area in here. This would be a nice little blind to sit in too for turkey. So stick with us, more to come. Learning about public hunting here in northern Wisconsin. Keep building my background of knowledge of this area. Another trail that I can see going out that way. And that would be a nice area to sit in too. Shaded in, brushed in, I could sit right there for turkey. This was the area I came across. I spooked that buck. I was making the turn here last fall, and I spooked the buck right out of here, and I came across this nice, there, you can still see the moss area, but this was all covered with moss. And you could tell that this was a bedding area. And I've discovered a trail that comes out this way. It's pretty clear cut here if you can see it. I know I'm making a lot of noise, but you can see the trail cut all the way up through there. Oh yeah, look at the pellets in here, right on the trail. You can see the pellets right on this trail. So, and I did find that tree We're going to put a camera right there. But that's a perfect spot. It's aimed right at this trail that I'm standing on that continues out this way and probably goes all the way to the fire break on the other side. You got another trail coming in here that crosses in. So I got a multiple trail. This would be a good spot for my first camera. What would be nice is maybe put a camera on this one too, covering this trail. You can see the trail right here, going all the way out that way. So I think we could get one right there. We'll get two cameras. We'll get one on this trail and we'll get one on that trail. So that covers this area, the bedding area. Alright, let's go get our work done. Alright, we got this camera set up. And this is that one bedding area that we ran across in here. And there's a major trail that goes off this way, right into this bedding area here. And as you get down there, the trail also forks off in that direction. So we're going to get another trail cam set up over there. Alright, one last tip. We got that camera set up, but one last tip. We've been handling it with our hands, leaving human scent. We're right in a bedding area and a major trail area. So chances of contacting deer are high. So we want to eliminate our scent. So we've got our scent away wipes. We're going to go back there and wipe off that camera and try to eliminate as much of our scent as we possibly can. Alright, and I know you guys are going to say, yeah, but you're walking and you're leaving scent. Yeah, I know that. And if you don't know it, it's virtually impossible to eliminate 100% of your scent. That's an unrealistic goal. It's not going to happen. But what we're going to do, the fact that that thing will click, the deer will hear it. It might give out a flash, a low-level flash, if it's a night picture. That may draw their inquisitiveness specifically to there. We're going to remove as much human scent as possible. The whole idea here, whether you hunt, you fish, trap, anything, you want to put the percentages in your favor as much as possible. Alright, we got this bedding area covered finally. This is a trail south of the bedding area. So we got a camera on this trail coming into the bedding area. Just northeast of here slightly is our second camera, and that's right by the bedding area. And that's got a trail coming in from the west. And that camera is on that trail and that bedding area. And we've got a camera here, right there, on a trail coming in kind of from the southwest into that, what I discovered last year was a bedding area. The trails are active. We did find deer scat on the trails, so we know they're active. They're well-worn trails, which is a plus, and we'll see if that bedding area is still active. So 2 cameras down, 6 to go. I'm going to take a walk up this way, take a look in up here, see what we got up here. Ooh, this is nice and open in here. Alright, I'm gonna shut this off for now. This might be a nice turkey spot here, so stick with us.
Now, This is the area that I'm heading into, as showing from an aerial view of this public hunting acreage.
Oh yeah, somebody's got a somebody's got a trail marked. I'll just follow these. Curious where this goes to. This is right along the edge. Somebody got a stand in here someplace. This gets pretty thick right here. And you get this marked and this marked. And this is it. This is too thick to get into. Is this where they sit? I don't know if they put up a stand in here. So I'd be looking for something a little more open, but somebody's got this trail marked. All right. I saw the opening, we checked it out. So-so. For turkey, I definitely say no. Too many low-lying limbs to get off shots with the BBs. You got limited ranges in here, although it is open from brush, as you can see. But there's just too many low-hanging limbs from these fir trees in here. So, all right, we checked it out. We're gonna go back out right here.
Now this is an aerial view of where I'm at now, and is the area that I bow hunted last fall.
Well, looky what I found. My release bolt from last fall. Forgot to pull it out of the stump after I got done hunting to decock my crossbow. Got these little bolts that you shoot. I'm guessing I ain't pulling it out of that stump. Alright, now because we had those contacts while I was bow hunting here, I want to get further in. I figured I was far enough off the trail. If I'd strictly hunt midweek, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, I thought, how many guys are going to be coming through here on Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, scouting or walking? My hunt got busted twice, so we're going to move in further up there, away from that main driving trail, an ATV trail. See what things look like up there. We were up there last year, but there was a guy that had a climber stand up there, and I didn't want to encroach on him. I'm not going to encroach on a climber stand now for spring turkey, so we're going to go up there and take a look, see what's what. So stick with us. I just heard wing beats up into this tree. There it is. So cool. Well, that was so cool. Oh, here's another one. That's got to be a nest over there. Another one just flew around. That's got to be a nest up there. Where is that tree now? Right there. There's got to be a nest there in that tree. I don't know. It's a dark spot there. What looks like limbs in it. That's cool. I'm out here finding a super area for turkey. I was just squatting down over here by a tree. Right here. I thought, oh, this would be a nice backdrop for shooting. We got some cover on this side to protect me, and we got a nice shooting lanes here. Just shoot around that tree a little bit, maybe trim up a couple of limbs so I can shoot underneath. And nice area. And all of a sudden I hear this like the wing beat, and they got I'm pretty sure that's a nest up there. Very cool, because we had another one come out of there. Neat. Now those are the type of wildlife encounters you don't get from driving around in a truck. Boots on the ground. You'd be surprised what you see when you're out in the woods. I thought I heard some limbs breaking out in this direction. I don't see any movement. Trying to stay behind this tree for some camo. Pretty quiet right now. It's dead quiet. This is odd. Listen, you can't hear anything. Just listen. But I don't hear anything out here. It's really quiet. Alright, that's a little eerie sounding, the fact that I'm not hearing nothing. It just got deadly quiet. I thought I heard a twig break out there, and now deadly quiet, nothing. That's odd. Okay, back to looking for turkey spots.
And this is an aerial view of the area farther south that I scouted in and set up my trail cams.
Alright, probably took me an hour and a half, but we picked out 2 spots on the crest of this hill, a little bit farther south from where I was bow hunting. So I'm a little further off the trail. Anyways, we've got one set up here on this tree right there. And I've got another one set up on a tree over there. And what we're looking at, if you can see out there, you can see the crest of the hill dropping away. So I'm interested in anything moving right along the crest of this hill, turkey-wise. So that's it. We got 4 of them out. On the way out, if I find the spot, I may place one more camera here, only if something really jumps out at me. But we got 2 set up in that one bedding area on those 2 trails, and we could have some turkeys move through there. Here I know I had turkeys on the trail cameras last season here, so I just want to make sure they're moving through here again. And we had the deer, so it's a deer check and turkey scouting in this area. Again, the crest of the hill, but a little bit farther south, a little further off of that main driving trail for ATVs and trucks. So, alright, that's it for now. We're going to head back, and we got a brand new spot to check out, another pine grove, which is southwest of here. So, a couple cameras to put out there to see if there's any turkey activity in that area. Stick with us, we'll show you another new hunting spot on public ground here in northern Wisconsin.
Be sure to join us on our next episode, which will be part 2 of our early spring scouting and trail cam setups, which will take place on brand new public ground area never seen before. Hey, thanks for watching, and we'll catch you on the next RO360 episode.
Feel free to comment below, or if you don't want to comment in the public eye, we can also be reached at rapantoutdoors360@gmail.com. Now, if you know somebody you think might enjoy this video series, please feel free to go ahead and share this video or this link with your friend. And as always, whether you fish or hunt, remember, practice CCR. Catch, conserve, replenish. Make sure that that resource is available for future generations. See you next time, guys. I just picked up a deer trail right here. I spotted some pellets. See them there. There's some deer pellets right in the trail. So we're going to track this way a little bit. Cool. Get out and put boots on the ground. You're going to get a better picture of what's going on. So.